Hi, welcome ladies and gentlemen to this online orientation for AP Economics through the Fairfax County online campus. My name is Mr. Foose and I'll be teaching the class with you this year. Start by looking at the technology requirements. Make sure you're familiarized with that. You need to have high-speed internet connection using IE or Firefox, and make sure that you're working on a Windows machine. For many of you, the course is going to run from September to June, and so as a result, the expectation is going to be that you're going to spend about 5 hours per week working on the course. Please make sure that you're staying up to date on the course, following along in Blackboard, completing all the assignments and quizzes on time. The deadline standardized throughout all of the Fairfax County online campus there is Sunday at midnight. If you can't meet that deadline for some reason, please let me know in advance so we can work together. Please make sure that you are keeping up with your work and not allowing yourself to fall behind. Online classes are extraordinarily difficult as you fall further and further behind. It's not like a face-to-face class, so please make sure that you don't allow yourself to become complacent throughout the course of the year. The general expectation is that you'll check your email every day and that you will be self-motivated to make sure that things are flowing as they should and that you're staying on schedule. Like I said, this is more responsibility than you're going to face in a normal classroom because it's almost entirely on you to do the learning and to follow up on your deadlines. So please make sure that you're working throughout the course of the week and that you're staying up to date. What you should be doing, most importantly, is logging on to Blackboard routinely. Every time you get on Blackboard, like it says on the slide, make sure you read your announcements, check your grades, make sure the readings are done, listen to the lectures, and work a little bit every day on the various assignments so that it's not a big deal come Sunday night. One of the things that we're going to do every week is have an online chat, a collaborate session through Blackboard, where you'll get an opportunity to ask questions, and we'll work together to make sure that you're tracking and understanding the major points of the class for that week. If you happen to miss one of those chats, there will be the opportunity to listen to the recording because it's saved and stored on Blackboard. So please make sure that if you do happen to miss a chat that you, in fact, go back and take advantage of that information. When you sign into the chat, make sure that you list yourself by first name and last name when you sign in so that I'll know who's there and I'll know who I'm working with. The online chat does have a certain amount of technological requirements, one of which is that you have a headphone and microphone required, okay, so that I can hear you clearly and you can hear other people. So make sure that you run the auto setup wizard to make sure that you're all set up correctly, that you can hear and that you can be heard, and then make sure that you're asking questions during the chat. I know some people get very self-conscious about hearing themselves on the chat, but let's be honest, it's all virtual. We're not seeing each other, so no one's judging. Please make sure that you are active and that you're getting whatever questions you have answered during that session. This is an online class, and so assessments are going to be mostly online. Please know that all of your tests are considered to be closed book. That means no notes, no textbook, no internet, no help from other people, no chats with your friends who may be taking the course, nothing. It's all on your own. A lot of the econ free response stuff is going to be graphs and things like that, so please make sure that that you write legibly so it's easy for me to read and interpret what you've made. Make sure that when you start, you don't stop. Work all the way through just like a testing class, so make sure that you've established enough time for yourself to complete the assignment in one sitting. And you can see some of the other things on there about messaging each other and recording answers and things like that. Please just treat it like a regular test in a regular classroom, and we will be just fine. When it comes to grading, in my classes, grades are done on a 4-point scale or quality points. And I'll show you what that means in a second. What that essentially means is that if your score on a test falls within the range for an A, you get an A. There's no high A, low A, it's just an A. If you get a score that's in the range for an A-, it goes in the grade book as an A-. Speaking of grade books, the SIS is the official grade book. There may be grades that are posted in Blackboard, but that's not an official grade book. It doesn't handle a quality point system. It doesn't incorporate all of the grades to begin with because your written portion is not something that's easily graded online. So please don't use the Blackboard gradebook. Only look at SIS because that will be your official grade. Like I said, with the 4-point scale, anything that falls in one of these bands is the score you'll get. So if you get a score that's within the C+ band, then in the gradebook it goes in as a 2.3 or a C+. Okay. At the end of the day, it sort of benefits you because it helps average things out a little bit more to your advantage than in the traditional 100-point scale. Also with grading, if there's a significant discrepancy between your online work and the face-to-face midterm and final, then if there's more than 2 letter grades between the two, you're going to be asked to come and take your tests face-to-face just to ensure that there's no cheating or anything else going on with your unit tests. And when it comes to the face-to-face exams, there are only 2, the midterm and the final exam, both of which will be held here at Madison High School where I teach. So please bring your photo ID with you to those tests so that we can confirm that you are who you say you are, which I'm sure is not going to be an issue. And please make sure that you budget enough time to finish the exams. Final thing about grading here to notice is that these are going to be semester courses. AP Macro is one semester, AP Micro is the other. And so your semester grades are based on the performance of the first and second quarters of the semester and then either the midterm or the final. So the first quarter for Macro is 40% of your total grade, the second quarter is 40%, and the midterm is 20%. And then in the spring semester, it's basically the same format. 40% for the third quarter, 40% for the fourth, and then 20% for your final. Again, with attendance, make sure that you're staying on track to finish on time. If you happen to not have logged into Blackboard for 5 consecutive days, I'll send you a warning. If it goes to 10, then we get into more stringent responses from the administration. After 15 days, as you can see, you get dropped from online and go back to your base school. So please make sure you're logging on every day and that you're working a little bit every single day towards the goal of completing the course by June and getting things done on time. Finally, if you need any sort of technology assistance or need to get a hold of me for some reason, here are some important numbers for you to take note of. One is that the online campus itself can be reached by the number that's listed on the screen. If you have issues with Blackboard Collaborate, then the Collaborate Tech Support phone number is there. Make sure to press option 2, and hopefully they'll be able to solve whatever technological problem you have. Between the hours of 9 and 5, you can get a hold of Mr. McNamara at the online campus, and his phone number is also listed on the screen. For me, email is best when it comes to contacting me. If you need to get a hold of me because we're doing a proctored exam and you can't get into the building at Madison, please use my cell phone, and the number is listed there. You can give me a call, and I'll be happy to open the door if for some reason it's not open for you. Again, the best way to get a hold of me is through email. I'll be happy to respond to you as quickly as possible and provide you with whatever support you need. Hopefully we have a great year. I look forward to working with you.